Hi, my name is Candace Bradley, and my topic is liability issues in disaster. Definitions. A liability can be defined as the state of being responsible for something, especially by law, or a person or thing whose presence or behavior is likely to cause embarrassment or put one at disadvantage. A disaster can be defined as a sudden event such as an accident or natural catastrophe that causes great damage or loss of life. Negligence. The most important thing to consider when discussing liabilities in disaster is negligence. Negligence is defined as the failure to use reasonable care resulting in damage or injury to another. The disaster itself cannot be held liable, so instead you have to turn to those who are responsible for upholding the rules and regulations regarding disaster response efforts. There are many negligence theories that may apply in the emergency response context. Negligence theories. These theories may be applied in the emergency response context. Medical malpractice, scope of practice, breach of privacy and confidentiality, premise. The most common form of negligence is in the wake of a disaster is the failure to plan or prepare. A facility or entity that fails to plan for emergencies, keep plans current, or conduct training and exercises may open itself to claims for failure to plan or prepare. Lawsuits. In the wake of a disaster, it is not uncommon for people to file lawsuits. For example, the Exxon oil spill, where ExxonMobil was sued for water contamination in response to their infamous oil spill. Hurricane Katrina, where New Orleans residents filed lawsuits against the Army Corps of Engineers for building a poorly designed navigation channel adjacent to the city. The Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Operators of nuclear power plants are liable for any damage caused by them, regardless of fault. Most of these lawsuits have one thing in common. They can be traced back to negligence over failure to plan and prepare. International torts help to back up such claims. Legality. Just because a person has the ability to sue over the failure to plan and prepare or poor response efforts does not mean they will necessarily win the lawsuit. There are laws that help, such as the Stafford Act, the Volunteer Protection Act, the Good Samaritan Act, Federal Tort Claims Act, and the Emergency Management Assistance Compact. Who is actually liable? It all depends on who is in charge of the disaster preparedness and response efforts and or what ultimately caused any destruction. For example, you could say that whoever built a levee in New Orleans that breached during Hurricane Katrina is liable for the flood damage. Insurance companies, the government, businesses, and etc. can all. Avoiding liability issues. Get insured. Protects your assets, and with a good plan, insurance will recover your assets if they were lost or damaged. This is important for everyone. Follow procedure. Planning for disaster and carrying out those plans will help to ensure that relief efforts run smoothly and end in success. Cooperate. Deviating from the emergency plans is dangerous for everyone. Cooperation on all fronts leads to success. Thank you.